Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on this bracelet, and this is gonna be a weird tutorial because I'm actually not gonna show you how to do it but rather explain it. It's a very straightforward project if you know how to do even count peyote. If you don't, then I'm afraid you'll just have to learn a bit, and in the description box I will leave a link to a tutorial called Eternity Ring. That's where I explain the basics of how to do even count peyote. So if you learn that, then you should be able to do this. Now, for this project, you're gonna need Delica. You can use one color, you can use as many colors as you want, because as you can see, this is a rope ladder, like in this picture. So, you know, Gordon was talking about getting a ladder into, for the garage, and I was like, it just popped into my head. Same day, I came upstairs, you know, and by the evening, I had this bracelet. It's a bit time consuming. That's why I'm probably not doing a tutorial, because I have a 2-month-old in my hand and time is a bit precious at the moment. So you will need Delicas, and you will need 2 clasps. I used magnet clasps, and then 4 jump rings. So to do this, you are gonna need to do peyote tubes. I've done this many times in tons of tutorials, so you can just, you know, browse through my tutorials, and in the picture, if you see a tube of peyote, that's basically the same process. So for the tubes, I used 24 Delicas wide. So I picked up, as you can see, I used one main color as silver. So for the rope, I used silver, and on the sides of each tube, I used the same color. So kind of to make it harmonious, because I'm using so many different colors, and to make it blend, I also used silver on the edge of each tube. So here, I picked up 1 silver, 22 orange, and then 1 silver. So each tube I have is 24 beads wide. Now you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, that's entirely up to you. You know, I just thought that was perfect for me to achieve this ladder look. And I started even count peyote and reached 12 rows. When I had 12 rows of peyote, I just brought the ends together and turned it into a tube and stitched up the ends. That's basically zipping up, going between the beads. And then I made 5 more. Now you can use as many as you want, as little as you want. That will also depend how wide or thin your wrist is. I decided to use 6, and that's mainly because, you know, I decided to use up some of the Delicas I had. Like, it's a small amount of Delicas, so I used up the colors I knew I'm not gonna buy again. So I have 2 orange, 3 reddish colors, and some I have no idea what color is this. And by the look of these tubes, you can tell some of the Delicas I have here are not original Delicas. Like, if you know from my previous videos, I do a lot of bead hauls, like buying from people that already have beads. I don't know why I like doing that, but there sometimes I come across Delicas. They are Delicas, but they are like Chinese versions, and from this tube you can tell, see how twisted they are. If they were original, this tube would have been straight. So, you know, I don't care, this bracelet is just gonna be along with my stash, but I'm just saying, if you're doing it for someone, or you're gifting it, or just want a nice look, use original Delicas, or Toho treasures are good as well, or Aiko beads, or whatever, any cylindrical beads. So I used 6, used up the old colors I had, and once I had my tubes, it was time to make these ropes. Now, originally, what I did, I connected each tube with 1 strip of peyote in between, and it didn't really give the look I was looking for, because I really wanted it to look like a ladder, and I think I achieved that result here. But just connecting them between each other didn't really work. So what I did, I just did a long strip of peyote. So this is 2 raw peyote. Basically picked up 2 Delicas and then started going back and forth, adding 1 Delica on each way, so you just get this thin strip of peyote stitch. And I did long one, which you have to be able to wrap it twice around your wrist. So once I had that, I connected the ends, so I had like a really big circle of peyote, and then pinched one side. And what I did, see here, that's where I pinched, that's where I left a hole to be able to add my clasp. I started connecting those 2 ends together, and then it was time to add the tube. So I went around here, added the tube with 1 stitch here, went around the tube, added another side with 1 stitch, then came here and started again stitching up this between each other. and then again added the second tube. You know, how much space you want to leave in between, that's entirely up to you. And then in the end, once I added every single one of them, again I stitched up and left a small hole to add my clasp on this side, and same process I repeated on this side. So you know, it's not a very complicated design if you know how to do even count period stitch. So it's pretty straightforward, but it can be a bit tricky when you are, you know, figuring out how much space you want to leave between each tube and then doing the identical on this side. So you know, it's all about counting beads. I don't remember how much I left because it was like, I did this like 3-4 months ago and never got around doing a tutorial. So you know, you have the concept in your head, you have the look, you have a basic explanation of how to do it, and it's entirely up to you how you go about it. Sometimes it's easy, you know, to see a design and find your own way to do it. You know, you might find a better, easier way, because I found the way I did a bit tricky because, you know, I had to count beads and whatnot. So if you find a better way, please let me know in the comments, and hopefully other people will learn from you. If not, I hope my way was useful and you can get yourself a gorgeous bracelet. Now, I think I didn't show you how it looks like on the wrist, so let me bring the ends and look. Now, the silver color is proper Delica. I used this color a lot. You can find it in my shop. It's a sparkling pewter, I think. Basically, code is I don't remember, 242, I think. Well, you can find it in my shop. It's there, and it's really sparkly. I love it. And look how gorgeous the bracelet looks. It's a very simple design, but you know, depending on how many colors you use, you can make it really colorful, and I really love it. So that's it, and once you're done, you just attach your clasps with jump rings, the basic of the basics. That's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you stick around for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.